Welcome back to Spotlight, and this is the Spotlight Spotlight. Terry, how are you?
I'm very good, Chris. You're looking well as usual.
You know it, and I've been training, I've been doing some
You
stuff.
look like you'll get into my team.
And I get the skills first, man, Terry. Listen, we're going to talk football.
Sure.
This whole show has been about football. So I want to go back in the week because let's go back a little bit. First thing I want to talk about, start of the week. Tell me what's going on with Barca and Real. You saw that match?
Absolutely. It was unbelievable, wasn't it?
It was fantastic. Tell me what you thought. I mean,
Well,
Mourinho versus
Yeah,
Pep.
yeah, and I look at the management side of that is great for me because I love Mourinho. And for him to get that so wrong was unbelievable. And that clash in itself, it is a clash of the Titans. The two best teams in the world.
It was a clash of the Titans.
Two best teams in the world today. And 5-0, that is a thrashing, Chris, by any standard.
What you thought of Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo? I mean, everybody talked about that matchup before the match.
Correct.
What happened in the match? What you thought Lionel Messi did right and Cristiano didn't?
It's a difficult one, that one, Chris, because they're such different players. I mean, they're both forwards, I know, but Messi's great on the ball, little neat, tidy touches, and he's playing in the team that really won the World Cup. Come on, let's face it. They had 7 starting players in the World Cup. So for me, you know, I'm a big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi on top form with his team, I think, unstoppable. And to be fair, Real, I just didn't think they performed at all.
They just didn't perform. All right, let's get a little further in on the week. Trinidad and Tobago at the Digicel Caribbean Cup, Football Cup. Tell us what happened. I mean, Cuba. What happened with the Cuba the match against Cuba?
Cuba are a decent side, to be fair, but our preparation, our team structure, our formation, individuals within the team, it just obviously wasn't right. We didn't win the game. We got beat 2-0. We got off to a terrible start, and we looked all over the place, Chris. We didn't look organised at all. And for me as a coach, looking at teams, I'm looking at structures. I'm looking at how we keep the ball when we've got it.
Right.
How we defend against the ball when we've not got it.
Sounds good.
And I couldn't see anything out there that related to what happens here on the training ground.
So we didn't defend well. We didn't attack well. Did we play well?
We looked in a mess and we were disjointed. We were stretched out. There was big distances in between players. Front strikers were isolated. Central 2 midfield players were isolated. And we just got overrun because the opposition were better organised. They had a better formation. They had more players in smaller areas. So when we had it, they shut us down quickly. When they had it, they spread out. They obviously had worked at keeping the ball, and they just looked more organised and controlled than us.
All right, well, so let's say Cuba is a good thing. So what happened with Grenada?
Oh, well, now, Grenada's a different matter, isn't it? I mean...
I would have to say.
You know, we played much better, and again, we had 5 changes from the first game.
Right.
Now, that tells me we've got it all wrong in the first game.
Right,
5 changes.
5 changes, yeah, that
but
says a lot.
having said that, we have 5 changes, and we changed the formation of the team. We go with 4-5-1, which a number of the players are more familiar with.
Right.
And we actually looked like a team. We looked okay in little periods of the game. We've done okay. But again, we're being outdone by Grenada, who haven't got a pro league, haven't got too many good players. And what they've got is a big heart and a bit of honesty. And that undone us. You know, we've got to be better than that. We've got to be rolling them teams over for fun.
So we were beaten by Grenada more out of purpose.
Yeah.
Mind rather than skill.
We were beaten by an absolutely fabulous goal. It was a tremendous goal.
It was a tremendous goal?
Absolutely. Out of the blue, great goal. But they'd had chances before that because of our poor defending.
Right.
And although we dominated the play, we certainly had the lion's share of the football. We didn't create enough chances, and certainly we're not scoring goals, Chris, to win games.
All right, so now we get to your country, BBC Panorama Show. Don't roll your eyes, Terry, you know it was coming.
Yeah.
FIFA bribery. Tell me what you think about that whole, I mean, did you read the article?
I didn't see the show, I didn't read the article. I've heard little bits, seen little snippets on the internet. And really, it's things that have gone on in football forever. And unless you're in the bidding process and you want a World Cup, England have took up this fight at thelastminute.com because we won 2018 World Cup.
Right.
Now that for me is wrong. If there is anything criminal to do with any of the process of World Cup selection, World Cups being awarded. That is for the governing body, for all of these associations and federations to come together and iron it out. It's not just when it suits you, when you think you've got a chance of getting the World Cup, or we now need to have it all right again. That's something that's gone through football forever. And obviously disappointed about England not getting, not even close. So all of them promises, and now I would bring you back to, we've had England out here.
Yes, we have had.
We've had Beckham once or twice out here.
Yes, we have had.
So England have thrown out their ace cards to try and get votes from Jack and whoever else around the world. And we get one vote.
One vote?
One vote, which we didn't even get past the first round, which I'm sure will annoy a number of people back at the FA.
So wait, they didn't get past the first round?
We didn't get past the first round.
But that's absurd.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would think that England, I mean, we talked about this prior. England as a centre of football, and I mean from a economic standpoint and a television standpoint and a revenue standpoint.
Absolutely.
And an infrastructural standpoint. Yeah. I mean, what?
Well, before we even got to the actual decision, they'd already confirmed that England's bid was comprehensive. It was the best, miles above the rest. But of course, for big sums of money to go sideways, you've got to have big sums of money involved, and that's what World Cup football is all about. And I can't see that Russia, to be fair, have got, you know, long history of football, some terrific players, they've got infrastructure. Qatar, do me a favour. They've never qualified for a World Cup. They haven't got a stadium big enough for any of these competitions, any of these games, and they get the next World Cup. That, for me, is absolutely ludicrous.
Well, Terry, as usual, it's been a pleasure. Terry,
great to see you,
this
Chris.
is Terry Fennick, our football guy. Don't worry about anything else. And maybe there are lots of kids associated with Sanwa Jablete.
Yeah.
Right? So, Terry, and all you sponsors out there, look out.
Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out. Terry, thanks a lot.
Chris, thanks very much. Brilliant.